In last week's show, we continued our feature on building a strong immune system. We heard from David Icke and Bill Maher on the importance of building an immune system as we deal with COVID-19. In today's show, we'll continue the conversation as we share a few tips on ways to naturally build your immune system. I'm your host, Garth Case, and this is The Real Green Show. Before we get started, I wanted to take a few minutes to recognize the contributions of Chadwick Boseman. He's known mostly for playing iconic roles like Jackie Robinson, James Brown, Thurgood Marshall, and of course made history as the first black superhero in his own movie, The Black Panther. But those accomplishments pale in comparison to the person he was as a human being. Over a year ago, I came across his commencement speech for the 2018 graduating class at Howard University, and it gave me a newfound respect for Chadwick as he explained the importance of having purpose in life. He also shared a story related to bias and how speaking out about a stereotypical role earlier in his career threatened to close the doors on his success. This is a reality all too familiar for many people of color, but for Chadwick, that door closing allowed him to find his purpose. Let's take a listen.
My agents at the time told me it might be a while before I got a job acting on screen again. But that was fine because I never wanted to act in the first place. And I definitely didn't want to be caught dead going after a fake Hollywood pipe dream. I'm more of a writer-director anyway, so forget their stories. I can tell my own stories. But am I actually blackballed? We're hesitant about sending you out to some people right now because there is a stigma that you're difficult. As conflicted as I was before I lost the job, as adamant as I was about the need to speak truth to power, I found myself even more conflicted afterwards. I stand here today knowing that my Howard University education prepared me to play Jackie Robinson, James Brown, Thurgood Marshall, and T'Challa. But what do you do when the principles and standards that were instilled in you here at Howard close the doors in front of you? Sometimes you need to get knocked down before you can really figure out what your fight is and how you need to fight it. Sometimes you need to feel the pain and sting of defeat to activate the real passion and purpose that God predestined inside of you. God says in Jeremiah, I know the plans I have for you. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. Graduating class, hear me well on this day. When you have reached the hilltop and you are deciding on next jobs, next steps, careers, further education, you would rather find purpose than a job or a career. Purpose crosses disciplines. Purpose is an essential element of you. It is the reason you are on the planet at this particular time in history. Your very existence is wrapped up in the things you are here to fulfill. Whatever you choose for a career path, remember the struggles along the way are only meant to shape you for your purpose. When I dare to challenge the system that would relegate us to victims and stereotypes with no clear historical backgrounds, no hopes or talents, when I questioned that method of portrayal, a different path opened up for me. The path to my destiny. When God has something for you, it doesn't matter who stands against it. God will move someone that's holding you back away from a door and put someone there who will open it for you. If it's meant for you, I don't know what your future is, but if you're willing to take the harder way, the more complicated one, the one with more failures at first than successes, the one that has ultimately proven to have more meaning, more victory, more glory, then you will not regret it. Now, this is your time.
I encourage you all to check out the entire speech. It's linked in the show description below. Chadwick Boseman, born November 29th, 1976, died August 28th, 2020. Rest in peace, my brother. So as you heard in the introduction, today's show is focused on ways to naturally build your immune system. This week, actor Dwayne Johnson, otherwise known as The Rock, shared with us that he and his family had the COVID-19 virus. He talked about the experience and shared a few recommendations. One of those recommendations focused on having a commitment to wellness and a healthy immune system. Let's listen.
So the update is this. My wife, Lauren, as well as my two baby girls and myself, we have all tested positive for COVID-19. And I could tell you that this has been one of the most challenging and difficult things we have ever had to endure as a family, and for me personally too as well. And I've gone through some doozies in the past. I've gotten knocked about and got my ass kicked a little bit in the past with some challenges, but testing positive for COVID-19 is much different than overcoming nasty injuries or being evicted or even being broke, which I have been more than a few times. And the reason why I feel like this is different is because my number one priority is to always protect my family and protect my children, my loved ones. By the way, I know I speak for all of you guys. It is our number one priority. But I am happy to tell you guys that we as a family are good. We are on the other end of it. We're on the other side. We are no longer contagious, and we are, thank God, we are healthy. And we've gotten through COVID-19 stronger and healthier. I feel like we've done a pretty good job of protecting our family, but like a lot of you guys out there, having your friends over, having your family members over, your loved ones, of course you want that because you want that connection and you want to be with the people who you love and who you care about and who you have a good time with. My takeaway here isn't necessarily keep them away. I'm not saying that, but what I am saying is, and that was no doubt helpful in getting us through this coronavirus and this COVID-19, was the commitment to wellness and the commitment to health and doing everything that we could possibly do to boost our immune system. That's my lifestyle anyway, but no doubt, with our immunity and as we boost our immune system and strengthen our immunity, our immunity and our system is made up of organisms that their one job is to fight toxins, fight infections, fight viruses, fight disease. And now I sound a lot smarter than I actually am, but through this process, I've had an opportunity to speak to great doctors, my own doctor, the world's top epidemiologist, and this is something that they have said and shared that, one of the things that we can all do is just do everything we can to boost our immune system, antioxidants, taking our vitamins, staying hydrated. It goes back to a philosophy I have, my own two hands. It's we got to control the controllables. And in this case, we can control the controllables, my two-hand philosophy. So the takeaway is be disciplined when it comes to people coming over to your house. Get them tested. You never know. Be extra cautious. Don't let your guard down. Boost your immunity with antioxidants, your vitamins, things of that nature. And if you're already doing that, then great, keep up the great work. But if you are out there and you're like, well, I'm really gonna do it when the new year comes, or I wanna do it, I know I should do it, but what should I do? It's really easy, the effort is really minimal. It's just a slight tweak in how you approach things. So that is what I would highly recommend to you guys to boost your immunity, because here's the thing, when you have a boosted immune system and your immune system is strong and it's not compromised, then you got a shot. You got a shot at not getting COVID-19. But if you do get COVID-19, God forbid, or if your entire family gets COVID-19 like mine. Give yourself a shot. Give yourself chances, better chances, greater chances. Stack the deck in your favor. Have your immune system boosted so you can get on the other side of COVID-19 stronger, hopefully stronger and healthier.
As you heard, once again, your immune system plays a critical role in your ability to survive COVID-19. So, what are the things you need to do to build your immune system? First of all, your immune system operates very much like a scale. It is very important that things remain balanced. What does balance in this case mean? It means reducing the bad stuff that we put into our bodies and increasing the good stuff. At Chadwick Organics, we developed a method to help you understand and reduce your intake of the bad stuff and support your intake of the good stuff. We call it rasta, and it's an acronym for Reduce Anxiety, Stress, Toxins, and Appetite. Again, Reduce Anxiety, Stress, Toxins, and Appetite. You should go to jamrockorganics.com/rasta to learn more. For the sake of time, we'll start with a few things you should reduce, and in next week's show, talk about the good stuff you should increase. The first item on our list to reduce is toxins. There are a myriad of toxins that we ingest or come in contact with daily, but one of the worst is sugar. To tell us a little bit about sugar and why we should avoid it, I've asked my partner in All Things Green, Andre Brown, to share with you a few facts. Over to you, Andre.
Sugar. Research shows sugar consumption has increased considerably over the past 100 years. The average American consumes approximately 57 pounds of sugar per year. Now let that figure sink in for a minute. 57 pounds of sugar. Consuming 57 pounds of anything will cause unhealthy physical changes. But sugar is diabolical because it's so pleasant to consume, and its dangerous effects have an unnoticeable, intricate onset that has a far-reaching effect on several organs and ultimately the immune system, affecting our abilities to balance and to be healthy. Sugar is a big part of our daily lives and has been for more than a century.
Thanks, Andre. Great information. The second item on our list is to reduce stress. Stress is linked to 60% of all human illnesses and disease. Now, stress comes in many forms, but removing stress starts with your mindset and making a few simple changes to your lifestyle. For instance, a simple breathing exercise we cover in the Rasta method involves sitting in a dark or dimly lit room for 10 minutes every day, inhaling deeply and exhaling slowly. Try this for 1 week and you'll be amazed at how much clearer you think and how much less stressed you'll feel. The Rasta method has several actionable micro adjustment recommendations like this one that you can immediately use to reduce your stress level. The next one on our list is reduce appetite. Eating too much too often causes the body's immune system to work overtime. Now, the point here is not to count calories or stop eating. It's about your time between meals and how much you eat. In the Rasta method, we call it break time. This is similar to intermittent fasting, but better. Break time is a simple and effective way to manage appetite, lose weight, and help your body and its immune system be strong enough to fight potential illnesses. Now, none of the things we mentioned here are revolutionary or new. In fact, it's pure common sense. But the key here is how to make it all work. Reduce sugar, reduce stress, reduce appetite. If you're curious about how to use micro adjustments to build your immune system, go to jamrockorganics.com/rasta and sign up for our free guide to boosting your immune system. The guide provides an in-depth look at the micro adjustments you can make immediately to reduce your body's vulnerability to COVID-19 and increase your immune system's ability to fight the virus should you come in contact with it. The Rasta method is simple and actionable. I adapted the Rasta method into my lifestyle a few months ago, and not only have I experienced healthy weight loss, I feel better and stronger than I have in years. Here is Dr. Ian Smith talking to Ed Milet about the importance of making similar micro adjustments to your lifestyle.
That's, for me, anything that I'm approached with that's new that I'm going to try to do and implement in my life has to be something that would be a lifestyle for me going forward, not some little window. It's not that I don't do little blitzes or fixes or different trainings.
Yes.
But when it comes to my eating, this is something I know I'm going to be required to do the rest of my life. I want it to be something I can plan on doing forever.
It's the 70-30 rule. If 70% of the time you can make good decisions, right? This is life in general. If 70% of the time, and 30% of the time, you know, it may not be the best decision. I mean, you don't want to be suicidal about a decision, right? But if 70% of the time you can make a decision that makes sense, that's well thought out, that's thorough, you're sitting down, you're at a restaurant, you sit there and you say, well, it's not the greatest restaurants, but they do have a salad, but I want some fries. Okay, have a salad and some fries. But don't do like fries and then, you know, a big, huge steak and then a big dessert that's 600, 700 calories.
You know, you would think that people know what you're saying, but I'm gonna tell you, I do exactly that. Like sometimes I'll go eat clean, but I'll do that. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna eat these fries, but I'm gonna have a salad with it. Like I actually do. I kind of make a negotiation with myself. Do you do that?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I do the same exact thing.
Or if I know, for example, that like I like ribeyes. I love ribeyes. And in fact, when I go do ribeyes, I get the most marbleized, which is fatty. I get the most marbleized piece of meat, and because that's the best ribeye, right?
Yeah.
But
I eat greens with it. That's what I do.
Right, but I make sure I have good vegetables.
Yes, me
steamed
too.
vegetables with it.
That's
right?
exactly
so
what I do.
You know, I don't do a ribeye and fries.
That's crazy. Me too. People think I'm nuts. They're like, so you're eating this whole ribeye, but you won't get some mashed potatoes? I'm like, nope. I'm eating greens with it. I do.
They are making lifestyle changes. And they're not starving themselves. They're just eating food that don't have all those processed ingredients.
Okay.
They're not drinking as much soda.
Yes.
I mean, it's not, you know, it's not neuroscience. You know, soda is if there's one thing I could eliminate from diets, is soda.
Even diet soda.
Diet soda, it's all junk.
Okay.
You're stuffing all this junk into the best machine ever built is our body.
Yeah.
And you're just killing it, right?
Let's shift gears a bit and talk about some exciting new technology announced by Amazon called Halo. Halo is wearable technology that essentially uses data to make recommendations around lifestyle adjustments that impact your health. Let's take a look at a few of Halo's features.
Improving your health starts with better understanding it. It's time to see how the daily choices we make, from how much we move, to how well we sleep, to how we communicate, to how we measure our body, all connect to form a more complete picture of our health. Introducing Amazon Halo, a brand new way to measure, track, and improve your health every day. Comfortable, secure, and swim-proof, the Halo Band is ready to move with you. Plus, there's no screen, so it won't interrupt or distract you. It focuses on your health, so you can focus on your life. Let's check it out. With Halo, you don't just count steps, you know which steps really count. Informed by guidelines from the American Heart Association, Halo measures the intensity and duration of your activity throughout the day. Whether you're taking a stroll, taking the stairs, or pushing yourself to the limit, Halo gives you a more accurate picture of movement's impact on your health, so you can reach your goals in less time and less steps. Better sleep starts with understanding how you sleep. Halo analyzes the quality and quantity of your sleep. Then it provides suggestions from experts to help you sleep better. Like reducing liquids before bed to reduce wake-ups during the night. And saying farewell to furry friends. Because good sleep is an important part of good health. Weight isn't the best measure of physical health, because it can be made of all sorts of stuff. Halo uses your smartphone's camera to analyze body fat percentage, a better indicator of health than weight or BMI alone. Your body scan images are automatically deleted from the cloud after processing. Then a personalized 3D model helps you track progress over time. Halo's nearly twice as accurate as leading at-home smart scales, so you can focus on your health, not just your weight. Social well-being is important to your health too. When the tone feature is enabled, Halo analyzes the tone of your voice throughout the day to help you better understand how you may sound to others. Like, maybe you thought you sounded affectionate, but actually sounded bored. Maybe in the future you can do a better job complimenting her talents. With Halo, you can make sure what people hear with their ears matches what comes from your heart. And you can speak easy, because Halo is built with multiple layers of privacy and security. Plus, you can turn off the microphones on your Halo band at any time. Once you understand your habits, you can make informed choices to improve them. Halo Labs are trackable challenges and experiments developed by experts to help you build healthier habits for life. Like getting steps in during phone calls, sleeping better by napping less, and de-stressing by decluttering. With Halo, you can fine-tune the way you tick. The purchase of your Halo band comes with 6 months of Halo membership. As a member, you have full access to Halo's advanced tools and metrics, along with guidance to help you turn data into results. Amazon Halo. Connect what you do to how you feel.
Pretty cool tech. Now I know that this seems a bit intrusive and maybe even Big Brother-like, but it's important to keep an open mind. In fact, when it comes to your health and well-being, you need as much real data and information as possible about the habits or factors that might affect your overall health and wellness. More to come on this new and exciting technology later. Before we go, a closing thought. 2020 has brought about many realizations of what is important in life. None more so than moving your health to the top of your priority list. Dr. Thomas Fuller, a 17th century researcher, said, "Health is never valued until sickness comes." Thanks, and that's it for us here at The Real Green Show. See you next time. The views, information, and opinions expressed during The Real Green Show are solely those of the individuals interviewed, quoted, and editorially clipped. Their appearance on the program does not imply an endorsement of them or any entity they represent. The primary purpose of the podcast is to educate and inform. It does not constitute legal, medical, or financial advice. Please consult the appropriate professional before acting on any information gained from the show. In other words, there's probably a whole lot of people you should consider suing before suing us.